came to New York City with a suitcase and a song. I told myself by 30 I'd be where I belong. The Broadway lights were calling from the window of my room. I practiced every morning and I sang into the gloom. Broadway lights, Broadway lights, I was born to stand up there. Broadway lights, Broadway lights, I could feel it in the air. Every night I'd watch the marquees, every night I'd know my name. Would one day join those letters on the wall of someone's fame. The auditions kept on coming, and the no's kept coming too. But I never stopped believing that the stage was breaking through until the fall of '95, when everything had changed. A man walked into my story and my priorities rearranged. I still remember standing outside the stage door late, watching other people living what I thought was my fate. Was I wrong to let it go? Was I right to stay? Broadway lights still flicker in my dreams to this day. Broadway lights, Broadway lights, I still see you when I close my eyes. Broadway lights, Broadway lights, you were worth every goodbye. Number 47, standing in the hall, waiting for my moment, trying not to fall. The pianist is ready, the panel has their pens. This is what I've lived for, this is where it ends. The audition, the audition, every breath I take. The audition, the audition, everything at stake. 16 bars of music, that's all they gave to me. 16 bars to show them everything I'd be. I sang my heart completely, I gave them all I had. They smiled and said thank you. I knew it wasn't bad, but bad enough to matter. When the call back never came, I waited by the telephone, and nothing was the same. How many no's can one heart hold before it starts to break? How still hear the piano play. The audition was the last one on that day. He asked me in October to come away with him, to leave New York behind me before the lights grew dim. He had a job in Boston, a house, a plan, a ring. He said I could still sing there, just not everything. I gave it up, I gave it up, the dream I carried all those years. I gave it up, I gave it up, not without 1,000 tears. But when I looked into his eyes, I saw a different kind of pride. I gave it up, I gave it up, and I think I got it right. I packed my Broadway programs, I packed my dancing shoes. I took one last look backwards before I paid my dues. The city kept on shining, the marquees kept their glow. I left my name in no lights and let the whole dream go. Some people call it failure, some people call it choice. I call it finding something more important than my voice. The stage was always waiting, the spotlight always there, but love was only offered once and only there. I gave it up, I gave it up, but I'd give it up again. I gave it up, I gave it up for something that won't end. Sometimes I watch the Tony Awards alone on Sunday night. I see the women on that stage and feel that old delight. I know their names, I know their songs, I memorize their shows. I wonder in my quiet way if that could have been those. What could have been if I had stayed? What could have been if I had played a different hand, a different heart, a different set of ears? What could have been is just the sound of tears. asked me who that woman was, with the stage light in her hair. I told her it was someone who once had quite a dream. She asked me if I missed her more than what it seems. The answer is I love her, that woman that I was. She fought so hard for something just because. And when I left the theater, she came with me somehow. She lives inside my laughter. She lives inside me now. What could have been, I carry still. What could have been, I always will. But what became was all so good. What could have been is understood. They say you can have everything if you just want it enough, but nobody tells the whole truth about how wanting gets tough. Because the stage was everything, and he was everything too. And when you're standing at the crossroads, everything splits in two. She chose a love. She chose a love over everything she knew. She chose a love. She chose a love, and the dream had to move through. Some doors close so others open, some lights dim so stars appear. She chose a love. She chose a love, and love kept her here. 20 years have passed now. The children are half grown. She sings to them at bedtime in a voice entirely her own. And sometimes in the singing, she hears the stage come back, a ghost of what she wanted somewhere on the track. Was it worth it, every sacrifice? Was it worth the letting go? Ask the woman that she's become now. She'll say yes, and she'll know. Because the love she chose to build here is the greatest role she's played. More than any Broadway spotlight have made her who she is. She chose love, she chose love, and love is always his. New York never forgets you, even when you leave. The city holds your footprints in everything you grieve. The diner on the corner, the bridge at 9:30, the way the light hit everything like nothing else was fine. New York never forgets the girl I used to be. New York never forgets, she's still there somewhere free, running through the village, singing in the rain. New York never forgets, and neither does the pain. Go back sometimes in autumn, when the city turns to gold, and everything feels possible the way it did of old. I stand outside the theater where I once stood in line, and whisper to that younger girl that everything turned fine. Can't hear me from here, but I hope she feels it somehow, that the life she didn't choose then was still the perfect vow. That love was not a consolation, love was not a second best. Love was the main performance after passing every test. Dreams I left on Broadway still live in every wall. The last audition was a Tuesday in the cold of '95. I wore the blue dress one more time to feel myself alive. The room was full of women who all wanted the same thing. We smiled at one another like we weren't competing. The last audition, the last time I stood in that bright light. The last audition, the last time I gave it everything right. I sang for every morning I had practiced in my room. I sang for every dream I had, and every night the moon. They thanked me with a handshake, the way they always do. I walked out to the sidewalk into skies of gray and blue. Something in me shifted, like a door had gently closed. The chapter wasn't ending, it was time to write in prose. I didn't cry that evening, I walked to Central Park. I sat beside the water and I watched the growing dark. And I decided in that moment that I'd given it my all, that the trying was the glory, not the curtain call. The last audition, the last goodbye to the girl who only sang. The last audition, the last time before the new life rang. Boston was so different from the city that I knew. Quieter and smaller, with a different kind of view. He showed me all the bookshops, he showed me where he'd grown. And slowly New York faded as this city became home. Boston in December, with the snow and with the cold. Boston in December, where my new story was told. I traded Broadway spotlights for a porch light burning bright. Boston in December was a different kind of night. Found a little studio where I gave singing lessons to children in the evening, collecting all their sessions. And something in the teaching gave me back what I had lost. The music was still with me, whatever was the cost. Don't have to be the singer on the stage for it to count. You can be the voice that teaches others how to mount their own personal stages, their own personal dreams. The music lives in giving, more than giving seems. Boston in December is where I found my way. Boston in December, where I finally learned to say that this is all so beautiful, that this is all so mine. Boston in December was the beginning of my shine. I still have the blue dress hanging in the back. I take it out in April when the seasons change their track. My daughter tried it on once. She said it was so old. I told her it was magic, worth more than it was sold. The blue dress carries everything I was. The blue dress was the best and hardest cause. I wore it to my auditions, I wore it when I sang, I wore it to the moment when my whole new life began. She asked me what it stood for. I said it stood for trying, for showing up completely, for laughing and for crying, for being young and fearless in a city that was new. The blue dress stood for everything I ever dared to do. Someday she might wear it to something of her own, to an audition, to a stage, or somewhere she has grown. And I will watch her in it and remember who I was, the girl who wore that blue dress just because. The blue dress is still my favorite thing. The blue dress still makes me want to sing. Manhattan in the rain is something else entirely. The streets turn into mirrors, the lights burn more sincerely. I walk those streets at midnight in the autumn of that year, not knowing I was leaving, not knowing love was near. Manhattan in the rain, the last night I was free. Manhattan in the rain, the last night just for me, before the life that followed, before the years ahead. Manhattan in the rain is still inside my head. I called my mother crying. She said just follow through. Whatever feels like breathing is what you ought to do. And love felt like breathing, and New York felt like holding, and somewhere in between them my new life was unfolding. Every city has a rainy night that changes everything. Every life has that one moment when the future starts to sing. Mine was on a Tuesday outside a theater door. The rain came down on Broadway and I wasn't scared. Manhattan in the rain was my most beautiful star.